Welcome back, beautiful, beloved souls. My name is Gemstone, and I'm a psychic medium, and I'm also an author, and my content on this channel varies. Look at anything and everything, looking at things through a lens. This is going to get heavy, and warning, before we get into my commentary, I want to put a warning there that this is, what can I say, stuff that the YouTube doesn't like you talking about. It's a warning because it's got to do with abuse. So I want to open with this. Everyone is talking about the Epstein files right now. Pedophile files, sex trafficking, powerful men. And while it's important, I want to say something uncomfortable but necessary. This did not begin with Epstein. It didn't begin with the internet. And it didn't only happen to children who were trafficked across borders or photographed for blackmail. Personal context. I'm 65 years old. What people are calling a wake-up moment today was already my reality over 50 years ago. I grew up in a home that was unsafe. An alcoholic, violent father, gambling, chaos, and sexual abuse that began when I was still a child. When you grow up in an environment like that, you don't run towards safety. You run away from danger, and often straight into more of it. I'm going to talk about the night I ran away. When I was 14, I ran away from home at 2 a.m. I wasn't rebellious. I wasn't promiscuous. I was accused of something I hadn't done, and I knew what these accusations meant in my house. While I was walking, a man in his 20s picked me up. He was high on cocaine. He took me to the Brisbane River. There was nothing there. There was no houses, dimly lit. I genuinely believed I was about to be murdered. What followed wasn't an isolated incident. It was a chain, a nightclub, older men as old as 60, a system where no one questioned why a 14-year-old girl was there. When I said I wanted help and that I would go to the police after a night of being with the 60-year-old and I was raped all day by a 32-year-old married man, I was put in a taxi and sent home. Problem removed, not solved. Why I stayed silent. When I got home, I lied, not because I was guilty, but because shame had already been taught to me. In my world, being late meant accused of doing things with boys. Silence felt safer than the truth. Now I want to talk about my sister's story. My youngest sister had her own experience. She was a toddler. She said a man took her into a park toilets and hurt her. The police said she made it up because there were no marks. Ask yourself this honestly. What child invents that kind of story? The bigger picture. This is the part people struggle with. Sexual exploitation is not new. It is not modern. It existed in ancient Rome, in ancient Greece. Boys were violated openly. Power excused it. Culture normalized it. What changed is not the crime. It's the visibility. Rob. Even my husband Rob was assaulted at 15. He never dealt with it. He carried it silently. He died at 38 in 2020. Trauma doesn't expire. It waits. The point I'm making. I'm not minimizing what children experience today. I am not diminishing trafficking. I'm saying this. There are survivors my age and older who were never counted. Our abusers are dead now. Our evidence was dismissed. Our silence was mistaken for consent. And those men, they didn't just have one victim. In closing, abuse happens online. It happens across borders. But it also happens in homes, in parks, in clubs, where everyone else looks the other way. If we only talk about Epstein, we miss the truth. This is not scandal. It is a continuum. And survivors exist in every generation. If you one of them, you're not alone. You never were. Thank you for listening to my story. Please, if you have to deal with this or know someone who is dealing with it, please reach out. There are so many support groups and therapy. I thought I dealt with this when I was 31 and had therapy, but doing this video, this commentary was hard. So please don't bury your head in the sands and don't think it's something new. As I said, it's happened throughout history. We are just now making the crime visible. Again, thanks for watching. Please be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Love, light, and blessings. Bye.